So, karmic relationships, traits of a karmic relationship. Number one, usually a lot of karmic relationships are put into our lives to help us learn certain lessons that are kind of childhood triggers that we have experienced that we're trying to heal in these certain type of relationships that we encounter. So if you're, another fact about a karmic relationship is sometimes they come in and out of your life. And it could even be like the same person. For example, my first girlfriend, my first real girlfriend, I was on and off with her for about, I'm going to say 7 years of my life. I met her when I was a teenager. And it was always constantly breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. And it was specifically, now that I analyzed it pretty well, it was specifically put into my life because I didn't learn all my lessons from it, and that's why I had the need to keep going back to it and, trying it again and figuring it out and what the issue was. But it was also because I was being codependent on it, because it was the only thing I was used to, and because I was lonely, and because I thought I needed somebody there. Okay? So, sometimes it takes us a while to fall out of patterns like that, to always, if you're constantly with the same type of person, or not even the same type of person, it's if you're constantly throwing yourself into relationships where you're repeating the same patterns over and over, saying, for me, example, diving in too quickly, rushing in too quickly, and then not really knowing what you're doing and not being able to distinguish what's left from right, and not really knowing what you really feel for this person, or if it's actually love or not, or is it because I'm just lonely and that's what I'm used to. It's a lot of shifting gears, trying to figure out, what is it that I'm doing here? What is it that I'm doing in this relationship? And why do I keep running back to it? Is it because I really love this person, or is it just because I need to feel some type of validation and, feel worthy and feel like I'm important, type of thing? Right? So, another fact about karmic relationships, number 3, they don't usually last. So, most of my relationships have been that way, except for one. But I will talk about that certain one further videos down the line. And so, yeah, they don't usually last. Like I said, they come in and out, and it's just basically for the two people involved to kind of heal inner wounds from past life experiences, childhood experiences, childhood burdens, inner burdens. And usually when your lesson is learned from that relationship, then you move on and you find out more about yourself as a person, and you really, you get to that point in your life where you don't need validation from anybody else, that you're good because you have that self-love and you know what you want when it comes to a relationship, because you've gone through all these karmic relationships that have opened your eyes to see that, okay, why was I doing this? And why did I keep going back to this person? Because it wasn't really love. It's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of pieces involved. And that's where I am in my life right now, currently, when it comes to a relationship standpoint. I am a single person, and I don't really, in today's society, the way relationships are, with people getting into relationships, like I said, because you're lonely or because you're bored and you feel like, you ain't shit because you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. And, why do I want that type of temporary relationship when that's not what I'm looking for, when that's not what I want? I can say from experience, whatever, I can get attention from any girl if I wanted. But I don't want that temporary type of satisfaction. I want it for the long haul with the right person. And for me, I don't care if I'm single right now, because I love myself right now, and I have so much self-love for myself, and I have grown so much that I don't need validation from nobody, because I know that I am a great person, and I know that this is where I'm supposed to be at this time in my life. And I am learning about myself and what I truly want in a relationship. And the way our society looks at relationships right now and making it a temporary thing, that's not what I want. And I know that's not what I want. And I'm not going to settle for a situation like that, or a girl like that doesn't have their shit together, or is really unbalanced and doesn't really know what they want out of life. A good relationship for me is what I want in a relationship is, we're both perfectly balanced. We both have the same type of goals. We're trying to go to the same type of place in life. And we're both trying to make each other better. And we're not trying to one-up each other and try to be better than the other person. It's not about that. And, two people that love each other unconditionally and don't bring each other down all the time. It's that simple. I don't know why, people would want anything else other than something that's truly real. I personally have felt something truly real for, a certain someone. I'm sure she knows who she is, but, shit happens, but, that's where you learn, and that's where you grow. So that was my little talk there on karmic relationships. You don't need anybody shitty, I'm just going to say shitty, in your life, or constantly be running back to the same person or getting back together with the same person when that person hasn't grown or hasn't changed or doesn't have any type of motive to be a better person, or is putting you down all the time and doesn't respect you as a person, and you guys are just there just to keep each other company from being lonely. Everybody deserves to be with someone who truly loves them for them and wants to grow and become something bigger than what they are as a couple, you know? It's that simple. Anyway, I'm going inside the store because I need my food. And I will talk to you guys later. My next video will be more in depth on relationships, and I guess I'll break down certain girls that I've dated, but obviously I'm gonna change their names because everybody deserves their privacy. So yeah, talk to you guys later, guys. Happy Sunday.